You know what? Yeah, you can just you can stop. All right.
Okay, sorry.
You can do your intro, John.
Okay. And that is the intro that introduces us to the introduction of our podcast, because this is the introductory part. Welcome to the Good, the Bad, and the Annie. I think this is episode number 4 now. This is pretty sick. If we were in Japan, we'd call it episode 5 because they don't like episode 4. I'm today's host, John. As you know me. You know me from episodes 3, 2, and 1. I was in all 3 of those.
What?
Today I'm joined by my co-hosts, my epic co-hosts, and good friends, and channel owners, even though this is my channel, actually. No, I'm just kidding. You got Ty. What's up, Ty? Say hello.
Hello.
Excellent. You got his own intro, dude. You got the air horns going. It's like Ty. Here, you want me to give you like a WWE opening?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
In this corner, we have the buff, the hardworking, the sleep deprived, the caffeine addicted, Ty Bongers.
Okay, ladies, calm down.
Okay, and then we also have my good friend Carl, and in the other corner we have the editor, the video maker, the blank papers owner. We have none other than Kyle Papers.
No, you should have played the crickets too. There you go. I'm just jealous because I can't do that.
Don't worry.
All right.
Well, say something, Kyle. Jeez. Say
Oh,
hi.
hi. What's going on? Yeah, that's me. It's been so long. I'm so rusty. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
You need to read to the whole thing.
I'm so sorry, girls. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wasn't ready. Okay.
I cannot
ready.
right now.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna transition to.
Yeah. And that's the cue that's gonna bring us to our next portion of the podcast, which is how you guys doing today?
Oh wait, hold on. Let me play the intro. Tell me about it. Okay, now we're ready.
And I don't know, like,
There
I
we
mean it
go.
in the sense, like you know when someone's asking you, like, how you doing? You're just like, good. And then they're like, how you doing? Good. I mean in that sense. Like, I'm not, like, here to listen to your guys' life story or anything like that.
Oh,
Gosh,
what
you
I
want to
mean?
hear about my day? Okay.
no, we just want to hear you say good.
Okay, so I woke up, right? Yeah, and then I hit the snooze button.
Did you sleep
Okay.
for 18 hours?
Yes.
Okay, no, seriously,
No.
Ty.
What did
How's
you do, Ty? I'm sorry.
Well, the past is the past, my brothers. I'm with the chillest boys right now. I'm doing good.
You still did it. You still did it, you jerk.
That's all for me.
Are you serious, Ty?
You don't say anything else? You're good?
I
You're just like-
had a good day.
Hey, you know what? That's good. You know, you had a day. You
That's
got
all.
your boys out. Like,
No, that's
what more
fair.
could you want in life? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna subvert expectations, but you
Man,
subverted
a few
the subvert.
coherent words, brothers. Just did my work. I came home, I did my work. After I did my work, I did some more work. And then I'm on podcast.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. I dig it. I dig it, dog.
I like the
dig it.
podcast part. I feel sorry for you about the work part.
Actually, no. I feel sorry about the podcast part. You're stuck with us for the next
Good.
hour. How do you feel about that? Like, you could be doing literally anything else right now.
You can
Feeling
play
pretty good.
Overwatch right now.
This is the only free time you have throughout the day, and now you're stuck with us. How does that actually?
How does that feel, Ty?
Well, the alternative was Overwatch, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's like I had the option between a Snickers bar and broccoli, and I chose broccoli, so I'm feeling pretty good about the next hour.
Just wait until that
Enough
Snickers
about
bar
me.
comes out.
It's my least favorite subject. What about you boys?
Broccoli. No, but Kyle, how you doing, Kyle?
Okay, it's my turn. I'm doing all right. I'm in school. I guess I did. That hasn't. Yeah. So I'm back in school, and film. We actually
Yes,
did a
sir.
shooting of a scene from Good Will Hunting, which I haven't watched, and we should actually watch. Good Will Hunting sounds like a very good watch. But yeah, we did a shooting of a scene in Good Will Hunting, and I was like the cameraman. I was the camera operator, and it was so freaking fun. It was like
So cool.
being a part of crew in general. It's just good energy and good vibes, and I think I made a really it really signed off that I made a good choice in get a certificate. It's a good thing.
Yeah,
but
man, you
How
found your
close are you
passion.
to
Good for
achieving your
you.
certificate anyway?
That's a good question. Cause I,
Okay, sorry.
right now I'm taking a general course. I still have to figure out the kinks and everything, but I think I can go into like other stuff. Personally, I want to go into screenwriting, but I don't know. Whatever really vibes with me, because I do like the production process. I don't know if being a screenwriter will allow me to be a director or anything like that, because that's really what the C I want is the director. But you know.
Ooh, look at you.
I mean,
Okay.
nothing
Mr.
to put
Director.
down, man. Yo, so when you said that you did a shooting of
So we
Good Will
actually
Hunting,
did, yeah, like we did a scene where we had actors, we had people part of the set that were actually helping with like the lighting. We had an actual like director, assistant, well, it was just like the teacher. But we had assistant director, we had DP, I forgot what that was, but he was technically like the leader of like the camera crew, which was me and then two other guys who are the assistant operators. And then you got the assistant. No, I talk about the assistant director. But there's another guy in between that talks to the DP, between the DP and the assistant director. And then yeah, it's just it was a lot of people, which was just our whole class. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun actually, like being on the set and just kind of doing things.
college being fun and interesting and engaging and
This is-
what
what college did you go to?
This is community college.
Ow.
I'll explain it. I'll explain it.
Okay. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Well, I'm doing an art, so I'm about to like not matter in the eyes of like 20 different executives and then have a job.
I don't know about that one, man. I don't think community college rules out, a job.
Well, no, I'm going to film, so I'm probably not gonna have a job after this. But I'm having fun. We had
I want a job.
Well, we did have a bunch of strikes relating to everything, including like a writer's strike, which actually just finished. So maybe I do have a better chance now of getting like an actually good job and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe during the writer's strike, you could have taken a job of one of the writers who refused to work.
Then it would be paid.
You could be
Yeah.
like, "Frick it, I'm gonna sell out. I don't care."
I don't
I'm about
care.
to write my own story.
Oh my gosh, imagine that. That would have been so funny. But that's pretty much.
except for the victim.
Oh yeah.
Except for the person whose job that you took because they couldn't get the wages they wanted. You're like, I'll work for that. They're like, wait, you weren't supposed to do that.
Oh, I'll be like, oh, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
a screenwriter.
I shouldn't have done that. And I'm just still typing while I'm saying sorry to them. I'm so sorry.
Fools.
I
We'll
really,
always find the
I
replacement.
really am supportive of your cause and everything. All right, now get to pay me. What else? I think I gotta admit this actually. I don't want to admit this, but I think the public should know. I'm an Overwatch 2 player. Yeah.
I'm an alien. Oh,
Hey. Yes, Kyle.
No, Ty, don't
It
support
finally happened. Trust
dude,
me,
don't
dude.
apologize. That's a good game. It's fun.
It's fun. It's like heroin, dude.
it.
It's so
That's
good.
exactly
It's so fun.
no.
And
I'm-
every time it gets better and better until it plateaus. And I
Yeah.
promise you, dude,
I'd-
you'll keep fighting for that one moment that you felt like you're at your top. I promise. It's so
I'll be
good.
real. I'm actually having a good time with it. I hate Blizzard and hate Activision, but at least the products that the devs made is somewhat alright. Like, I remember even though it's just like my level of quick play, I was playing as Diva and then I was I was behind a Mercy and then a Sigma. So I had my ult. We were kind of winning already, so I was just like, let me see if this works. So I launched the Diva bomb at a certain angle, and I shot it up in like a little area, like a wall, and then it slid off the wall just a little bit. It was aimed perfectly where it slid off the wall perfectly, and then it landed down. The Sigma had a shield up where the Diva bomb was, but it actually slid a little lower, so the shield was exposed. They were exposed to the explosion. I got both of them, and I was just like, "Fuck yeah!" And then I freaking rocketed away into a inside area where Life Weaver was. He was basically dead, but I was like, "I'm gonna kill him." Shit, I was just like, "Fuck."
Unranked players are like moths to a flame with the Diva ult. That's so good.
It's so funny.
You,
I wish I could get away with that.
John, you, Brennan, the three chillest dudes I know playing the best game ever. Why is life so good right now?
Other than that, I hate the battle pass and I don't want to pay for it until I finish it, but I hate it so much that I feel like I have to.
Okay, now you're not actually playing Overwatch.
No fuck.
You're almost playing Overwatch.
Oh, I have to buy the freaking battle pass?
Yeah, you have to spend money in the game.
No, forget
That's
that.
how it becomes fun.
No. Not yet. Not yet. I'm paying money on my own terms.
Okay.
That's it, though. That's it for me.
Leaves one person?
At least one person.
Okay, try. Oh wait, sorry, no. Kasumi. What do you think about that, Kasumi? That was a bad joke. Recently I went to Target and I bought a candle. So I have a candle in my room now.
Hey.
It's
Yeah?
gingerbread frosting.
It's
It
ginger.
smells. It does not smell like gingerbread or frosting.
What does it smell like?
Whatever. It smells good though. Maybe it's just frosting. Maybe it's just like actual sugar that's being released into the air right now.
To be fair,
gosh.
when's the last time you ate a gingerbread or frosting or smelt them?
Last year probably during Christmas.
Ah, okay. See, it's probably not just a familiar.
So his
smell
feelings
or
are
anything.
valid. His feelings are valid.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it is both of those, and you just don't know.
To be fair, I've had gingerbreads, right? And I've had frosting, but I've never had gingerbread frosting before.
Oh my gosh.
Wait.
So you know, I'll admit I actually don't know what gingerbread frosting smells
It's
like.
Wait, that's
gingerbread
that was
frosting.
that's
That's a bad
gingerbread
assumption on my
is the
part. I assumed they were
flavor of the
separate.
frosting.
Wait, that's a thing? Gingerbread and frosting? Not can't be.
This is
That can't be. That
Ooh,
thing.
it's a thing everywhere, right? It's a thing. Like some
Not
people
that I've
put
ever
like
seen.
icing on their brownies, like frosting on their brownies.
Oh yeah. Actually, really?
I've never seen like
Really?
brownie flavored
My
frosting.
grandma used
This
to do
is-
that.
Oh.
Oh,
I did
wait,
not know
I'm
that.
trying to figure out. Are you saying that like frosting, like gingerbread, it's like the adjective to frosting, like gingerbread frosting or frosting on gingerbread? That's the flavor.
Ginger. That's why that's kind of the joke because I assume it was frosting on gingerbread, right? But it says gingerbread frosting, so I'm assuming it's frosting that is made of gingerbread.
That's what I was
I've never
thinking
had
too.
before. I've had
Honestly,
gingerbread
I
and
thought
frosting and frosting on my gingerbread, but I've never had gingerbread frosting.
I thought that was
Think
it.
about this,
Honestly, I thought
it's
that was
too much.
That was gingerbread frosting. I don't know.
The funny anecdote though, like my grandma did put like frosting on her brownies.
Yeah.
And my dad was telling me like as a kid like it was pretty awesome, but then like one day like he was eating a brownie and noticed that there's like an inch or two of frosting on his brownie, and even as a kid he's like I don't like this anymore. Like, even for him as a kid, like that he was like okay wait, this
Wow,
is too
he
much
did
for me.
It's like a Hank Hill, Bobby Hill moment.
If
I guess because it started off with just like a little bit frosting, and then it was like more.
Oh.
half
What do
inch,
you mean
inch,
it
2 inches,
started
and then
with a
eventually
little-
it's just like you don't even know where the brownie like begins.
Does it like restart and then regrow back? Does she do that?
I don't know, but she just put frosting in her
That's
brownie.
so funny.
It might be one of the greatest psych experiments of all time. Just like Stanford for his experiment,
I
but with
didn't
frosting,
see
just to see what the tolerance of your dad's frosting level is.
It's like
Can't
a
do anything. You can just sit here and accept it.
it's a reset cycle. So like every single time she makes frosting and gingerbread, I'm sorry, frosting and brownies, she does like an inch. She adds an inch every single time.
That's so noticeable, though. It's an inch.
What kind of YouTube challenge is this?
And then she,
Double it or rest.
after she passes like what, 2 inches or something, she resets back to like a fourth of an inch or something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
That's
know.
good.
Hot take. I think brownies are okay as they are.
That's a good take. I agree.
Okay.
Nah. Sorry, just quick little spiel, dude. People are obsessed with adding stuff on top of brownies, and it's painful to watch. I work at a bakery, and we have this thing called chantilly. Y'all know what chantilly is?
I do not
Yeah.
know chantilly.
That, yeah. Oh, it's like this butter frosting. It's rich and it's like it's 80% butter, then sugar, cream, yada yada. It is just the most fattening substance conceivable.
No, it's good basically.
It's fantastic, but you put it on top of something that's really subtle, like a flavorless cupcake, or on top of, well, yeah, that's kind of like that's the extent of what you put it on, because that's the only thing that wouldn't cause your heart to go into like cardiac arrest. But people have been asking for a bit to put it on top of our brownies, which are covered in powdered sugar. And they also asked, they sent a request to put daubage, which is a chocolate pudding, on the bottom of it with more powdered sugar. And they came out with it. And I took a bite and I started to panic. Like I live off of Reigns, which is like 300 milligrams of caffeine daily. But I started to cry because my brain was overloading from all of the sugar entering my system. And the first thing I remember hearing was that the customers complained that there wasn't enough. I was like,
Chantilly?
yeah, they're like, just lather some more on it. They want each one to be like coated, like a fine cake. I'm like, oh god,
I do.
ew.
Oh man.
See, I feel like the flavor of chantilly and brownie sounds pretty good on paper, but the texture of the chantilly on the brownie is not something that I would want, I think.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Like pasty.
If you like it, you do you. Leave a comment if you like chantilly on brownies.
Yeah,
If
leave
we're
a
wrong,
comment.
leave a comment.
Leave a comment below.
Chantilly
I'm
on
sorry, I might have
it?
missed it, but what is the texture of chantilly? Is it like a cocoa puff? Or it's like kind of like
Wait, it is a Cocoa Puff. That's what's on top of it. Chantilly, the yellow frosting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like slightly grainy and melty frosting. It's
Yeah,
the
I
best
I think that's
one.
what I don't like about it. It's grainy. I think that's
I
what.
don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I
really-
mean that's fair. It's coagulated butter chunks.
I do not like Cocoa Puffs. It tastes like I'm
Oh.
eating like chocolate butter, honestly. It feels like
Maybe
it
that's
is.
why it tastes good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
no,
don't.
you
I
got
don't
it.
feel comfortable with the texture, and I don't feel comfortable with even the taste either. If I'm being real. I'm sorry. That's a hot take for me.
that's
Cocoa
game,
Puffs
that's
No,
are.
it's good. I mean, food purposes are interesting because, like, yeah, I don't like it because of the chocolate and butter, and I'm just like, I like it because of the all above statements you just said. just now.
Yeah.
That is my opinion as well. Nah, it just makes me want to die after I eat too much, though. It's like, it's just butter. It's literally butter with the sugar. I don't know how you made butter worse, but you did it.
To be fair, you do have like loads of caffeine also inside of you as well, so that's probably what's
okay,
amplifying the feeling of like, holy crap, this is too much energy all at once.
Wow, I thought you were gonna come up with some kind of roast, but yeah, no, that's true.
I don't know. No, I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I'm too tired to think of that. So
No, I thought it was. I was a little worried because I said load of butter, just bunch of butter, and then I thought you were gonna come up with some kind. You know what? We're good.
what do you want me to call you, Butterball or something?
I thought that was the segue.
Butterball. It would be
Because
Butterball.
I said it's just a bunch of butter. It's so gross. And I was like, oh.
Why does it sound like Little Man? Ew, butter.
Oh wait, holy crap, John, where'd that come from?
Just butter. Oh my.
Alright, is there anything else want to talk about their life? Or are we still on the butter topic?
Nah.
Yeah. I think we said everything we want to say about butter.
Oh my gosh, you sound like someone that drinks it.
It sound like Ellis. Ellis
Is
seems like...
that wait, what is that? Is that like
Sound like
that's like, is that racist? What is that?
I don't know.
Pseudo
Is it
racist, but
racist?
it's also pseudo justified.
Does
I'll
it?
tell you what, man. I don't know what that like Chantella stuff is, but it's pretty good, man. It kind of tastes like butter and sugar. It's like, what more do you need? I'm just like eat butter with like on a stick. Like, I don't
Dude,
even
keep
care.
Chantilly away from the south. Now that I'm hearing it, I imagine they're putting in like their grits or something.
I put butter in it. I put them in my coffee. I
What are
don't
we
even
thinking
care,
here?
man.
What are we gonna do with this? What are we doing with the chantillies, man? No, you don't do that. You don't do that with them chantillies. What are you doing? What's wrong with you?
You're like the one. You're like the one wise guy in the south.
Yeah, like
Don't
literally.
put that there.
Don't put that there. You treat that chantilly with respect. Alright.
Do we have any memes for this episode? Memes?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Beebs.
Did we
Meme
make
of the
any?
week.
What? With the
Memes, memes.
This is the jingle that's signal.
The
meme
Mimo
time.
one.
Meme of the
It's
week.
meme time.
Oh yeah, it's meme time. It's
Meme time.
It's
Did we
meme
make any meme?
There.
I actually, you
Oh,
know
wait.
what? It's so funny because I actually did prepare for this. I do have a meme that I can actually send through my phone right now. I think it would
I
be
actually
pretty.
sent a meme.
It actually
Oh
be
wait, I
pretty
forgot
funny.
to. I forgot to crop it. This is super embarrassing.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah. Wait, what are those other photos? Are we supposed? Is that part of the meme? Are we supposed to see that?
Okay.
No, I actually
Alright.
don't want you to look at it.
Hold on. Let me transition into Xing out and then. All right. What do we got here? Have you seen this cat? Why is he? Why is up with that cat? Oh no! I don't know why, but that's the funniest cat I've seen.
You see, out of every meme that was on my phone, this is the one thing that had me sitting there chuckling for 10 minutes straight. It was the greatest picture.
Oh wait, look at the tags. Look, it's now I have.
What?
Wait, what?
Now I have. Oh, is that what it says?
I
It's
didn't
kind
You're
of.
not even looking for the cat.
It's kind of blurry, but.
Someone found that.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I'm actually angry that someone found this. That this exists.
No,
theoretically.
This is somebody who's somebody who's a freaking comic genius.
No, this
Man,
cat
Oh,
exists,
yeah.
dude. Someone found it.
this is like the dude. It looks like the cat in the hat. I know you're gonna look. That's Mike Myers right there.
So gross. No. Not look like Jim Carrey. Oh my god, it kind of looks like Jim Carrey.
No, Jim Carrey's the Grinch. It kind of does look
No.
like him, actually.
Wait, who played Cat in the Hat? Wait, let me see.
Cat in the Hat. I just said it. It's Mike Myers. Mike Myers played Cat
Oh.
in the Hat. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was played by. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the actors. One of them looks like Joe Rogan. Yeah, Mike Myers.
Excuse me.
Yeah, never mind.
No,
Um,
okay,
that was
wait.
that
I'll
was
post
that was
my meme and then you
meme.
post that, and then you need to post that picture, and then yeah. But let me post my meme first. Let me. And this is much more funnier if like Brennan was here. I should have just sent it to Brennan, but that's okay. So that's my meme. There's a skimmy
Oh.
toilet outside. We live in
Wow.
Ohio.
We're in Ohio. Don't just go see me doing
There's a cow farm. You're gonna find cows outside. I remember like giving a good
It's so
chuckle.
gross. Oh god, this is so gross, and I know that Brendan would thrive off of this.
I'll just send it right now to Brennan. Actually, I gotta send it now.
John, do you got any feisty fine memes?
No, I forgot to get any man. I was
Alright,
too
then.
busy thinking about today's movie that I kind of forgot.
Nah, you prepared the content, my man. Here,
That's okay.
I'll post something on your end.
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm trying to
Yeah.
find one right now.
Here.
Unless Ty wants to
Yeah,
donate
you
one.
take your time.
I'll.
This is I tried cooking pepperoni once, and I took a video of it.
Ty, did you cook those?
Yeah,
That looks amazing.
dude. It looks
Is
good.
that actually you, Ty?
Yeah.
Oh, really? What happened?
Oh, I was the top. I'm the pepperoni at the top, right?
Oh, okay. No.
I saw that. I think it was the first time I was screamed as a guy pulling it out. It looked like death.
Yeah, I think Ty hasn't seen this. I'll send this because Ty hasn't seen it. But it's too quiet. Maybe I shouldn't have sent it. Oh well, that's okay.
Oh. Snap.
Wait, let's see this.
Snap. Okay.
No, it's not. It's good. It's good.
The only thing that fell is this little box. What's inside? It's a box. A box
The inspiration came from that. I was like, what? I thought, maybe it'd be funny if like the sound doesn't actually cut off and it just plays the entire song throughout the entire meme. It's just a whole interaction, but it's not as I try.
No, I like it because it continues in the background.
I know,
instead of implying that it's like it's dependent on when it opens and closes. It's like Pandora's box, but obnoxious.
I would love the idea if like they would just they don't stop until like they finish the actual like part where they actually finish the song.
Yeah.
And then they just continuously
From
say
the
it.
ether.
It's just like, don't say it. It's like, say what?
It's
Alright.
like the thumbnail on.
Is there any more memes? Are we in a meme drought?
I can see if I have any more than I made.
Oh,
I don't know
we're-
if any of
we're-
these are funny.
We're
We're
here.
stockpiling, huh?
No, we're not
Okay.
stockpiling here. We're procrastinating our memes like we usually do.
Okay, well, in that case, here's a pretty bussin' meme I got. These are all vanilla though.
You're at church and praying to get rich, and then a guy passes you a full plate of money.
Yeah, wait. Actually, wait. I think I have a
Yeah, that one's alright.
funny one
I've seen
that I
one a
think
lot.
I will appreciate now. I don't know where it is though. Is it this one? Wait, let me see if this is the right one before you.
People taking
watch it.
the
Why is MP4.mp3? That is
wait,
actually
what is it?
thing ever.
What's it called? The commandments?
The Ten Commandments?
No, the money
Yeah.
that you put on the tray. I forgot what it's called.
Communion?
Oh, you got it.
Not the
It's not communion.
Wait, it's not communion. Communion is.
communion. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Am I
I'm a
getting
fool. I'm a fool. It's,
Tithe? The offering?
off?
Yeah, thank
oh
you.
God, the offering.
Is
I'm
it really just
sorry.
called offering? That was the word in my head.
I am so
but
sorry.
I didn't want to be wrong.
Communion
That's
is
what-
when we do
That's
the,
like-
the
what I've
like-
heard.
is
I was like,
is
you're
the crack.
tripping.
communion is the
money in
cracker and
communion?
the juice. In the juice. My bad.
Or our church is the styrofoam and the iron, but
What? It's styrofoam.
The strangely brown grape juice for some reason.
it's converting into iron, dude. I don't know how it is, but it
No.
is.
Well, okay. I didn't realize that can spoil, but here we are.
Dude, I don't know how, like, you would think, like, because people joke about, like, oh, yeah, let the communion grape juice, like, ferment a little while, you know, oh, yeah.
No.
No, do not. You joke about it, but you let it ferment, and then you just have rotten grape juice, and then you drink it for communion.
No, that's just
Sweet.
spoiled. That's just spoiled.
People have been joking about that, and now it's actually happening, and it's not good. Let me tell you.
I don't get it, man.
Let's-
Oh, let me see.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, this is a meme that I made. I think this is more relevant for Kyle now because he plays the game now.
Okay.
You bring the stuff? It's right here.
I need a healing.
Stupid Genji.
I need a healing. I need a healing.
Genji, just stop running into the front lines and just get back here. Just stop. Why don't you get your butt back in there into the spot and just become a soldier at this point?
God. Just run across the map, why don't you?
Literally, like, they'll jump around and then they ask me I'm healing. It's like, I'm not even there. Yeah, here you are asking for heals. Unbelievable.
Wait, this is the wrong chat. Wait. Let me post my favorite one. This one actually got me recently.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
I
okay.
already said. I didn't even make this one. Dude.
What is Gomatai? What's
Hey, who made
Gomatai?
You made this, dude.
What is
What?
this?
Yeah, you made this at like
What?
3 a.m.
What is
because I
this?
took you to Gomate instead of Charlie's.
What is this?
It was like the epitome of madness, of insanity. I thought you were gonna like rip my cranium out. because
Dang.
Wait, I made this?
You made this, dude. You made
I
this
don't
really late at
remember
night.
making this. What is this?
Probably because you were drunk and it was 1 a.m. But you sent it to me while you were. I think we were chilling at like my place or something. But you sent me this after I made you go to Gomate instead of Charlie.
Oh no. This is so funny. This is so funny. The Poe is just so.
You see, for you it's funny. For me, that was actually
Content
scary. I thought
awareness
you were gonna
levels
go
on this
into like
guy
some
is
kind
so
of
funny.
unconscious psychotic like episode and rip out my skull. After I got this, I was like, oh.
Could you imagine we get home and just like call it. Like what? I didn't bet anything. I'm like, you bet everything when you took me to Gomate.
Yeah. I'd rather die than drink blueberry lemonade from Charlie's.
Oh,
Sorry, Logan.
it's okay, dude. I love Charlie's. I think out of everybody in our friend group, I'm the only one that can actually say this because I'm like the Charlie's connoisseur, Charlie's expert, you know.
Yeah.
Their fruity lemonade, you just gotta get the base lemonade. I'm sorry, the fruity lemonade is not it.
Oh really?
Well, because what happens is, I guess maybe it just depends, like where you go. But my experiences with the fruity lemonades at Charlie's is they fill up the lemonade and then they put a whole bunch of syrupy, fruity blueberry juice at the bottom and then don't
Whoa.
stir it. There's a whole bunch of fruit chunks at the bottom.
Oh.
You go in to take a
gross.
sip,
It's so warm.
and then you just get blueberry syrup in your straw, and you're like,
Ugh,
mm.
and it's warm too,
It's-
so
Yeah.
it's not even.
So I guess maybe that's like I don't know what you would call that, like a skill issue, like just stir it up. But I'm just like, when I'm drinking a lemonade, like I don't want like no pulp or anything in there. I guess like I just want liquid, you know. I don't want like fruit floating around in there. Otherwise, you get a smoothie.
Yeah.
Kill a
Yeah,
shoot. I don't. Oh, you're not gonna pay $6 to
Yeah,
do more work. Get out of
I'm-
here.
I'll be real.
Serve me
I could
something good.
take that honestly. I like actually orange juice with pulp. It's kind of, but yeah, I could understand the feeling because you know sometimes you don't want your stuff in there. I remember as a kid I didn't like pulp, so.
Yeah, I just don't like stuff floating around my drink.
That's fair.
Like if there's gonna be stuff in it, I want it to be thick. If there's not gonna be stuff in it, then I want it to be liquid, you know.
Yeah.
I think a good example is this because I drink fiber, and so there's one brand of fiber that when I put it into my water and stir it up, it thickens and it turns into kind of like I guess like Jello in a sense, like
Yeah.
a little gel paste. I'm okay with drinking that because it's a gel paste. But there's another brand that when I put it in, it just makes the water grainy. And so I don't
Yeah.
like it when you have a liquid and the texture of the liquid doesn't change. I guess maybe then it's not a liquid anymore. I don't know. Science nerds can correct me, but like when it changes it, I'm fine because then like now I'm not expecting it to be like a smooth liquid that's just gonna be really easy to drink. But when I am expecting it to be a smooth liquid that's easy to drink, and instead it's just grainy sawdust growing down my throat, like, call me picky, but it's not exactly the most pleasant experience.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Definitely.
Yeah. Don't buy protein powder, dude. It's gross, stinky.
But I drink Coke protein powder.
I do too, but you don't mix it right. It's just coagulated.
Well, that's why you shake it
chunks.
like amazing. Like you have to shake it like crazy.
Work
No.
that hard for it. I'll just drink it and digest some of it.
That's gross, Ty.
Ew.
That's
You time.
That's-
Not shaking it as part of the problem.
I'm sorry.
I think
No.
we've had enough chat, right? I think we've had enough chatting time, meme time. We got to talk about frosted brownies, and we also got to talk about Charlie's lemonade and
Well, we ran out of
Kumite
memes
and-
too, so.
memes and Ohio's. And
We
if
need
you've
to
seen
move
this cat,
on.
leave a comment down below.
Oh please, yeah.
Because I've never seen this cat before. So if this is like, is this like your second time seeing this cat? Third time? Fourth time? Like, how many times have you seen this cat? Just let us know. Is it your first time? Let us know. Bro,
Is
leave a
it in
comment.
Ohio?
Leave a comment in the comment section below.
But I think now the jingle is gonna play. I don't actually remember what the jingle is because I think it was just some stock music that I got on my.
Okay, let's go. I should talk about movies.
Oh, thank you, Kyle. We didn't need the jingle. We just got Kyle. Kyle can do the sound effect.
I just know it's gonna be like cutting in and cutting out and fading in, fading out. Me just being like the tail end of the theme. It was like, why do we even have like intro cards if we're just gonna sing it ourselves?
It's not like I did say I did prepare a little bit, but I didn't prepare as much for the Princess Mononoke time because last time I kind of felt bad because like I had like all this stuff to say and then like I don't know, it made you guys look dumb, I guess. You know what I mean?
No. I thought I love this.
It's like I researched all this stuff and I'm like talking all this deep stuff and you're like, man, like what the heck, John?
I hate it when my intelligence is tested.
I
So
know.
this time I'm trying to
Nah,
like do less more.
I'm
like,
chilling out,
actually, let me tell
man.
you what the movie's about. Let me just push on my glasses.
No, I love it when you do that. honestly.
I enjoyed it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I thought it was cool. I thought it opened my eyes, you know? We realized that a character sucks. That's-
And a character exists, dude. I forgot that Jake the dog was in that movie.
Fuck,
Only
yeah,
remember his
Jake
name.
the dog. Darn you, Jake the dog.
But-
Continue.
Yeah, go.
So I guess there's a couple topics I want to talk about, and it depends like how much time we have and all that jazz, you know.
Plenty of time. We can go for
But-
as long as we can, anyways.
One thing that I wanted to talk about was how simple the movie is because a lot of people have complained about like, hey, this is not like the other Studio Ghibli movies with like, Spirit and Little Tiny People, and they don't like it because it lacks some of those fantasy elements, which I think that's true, right? It definitely lacks the fantasy elements that a movie such as like say Spirited Away has, or My Neighbor Totoro, or Kiki's
Sure.
Delivery Service, or like Howl's Moving Castle or whatever. It's not very fantastical or anything like that.
Yeah, it's
But one thing that I think that it does very, very well, and I think like other Studio Ghibli's movies do this too, but I think it shines through here a lot more, is how it romanticizes. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm bad with English. It romanticizes I guess just normal everyday school life, and it's not even everyday school life because it's not actually a situation that people normally face, but it makes you want a very simple life, I would say. It's not like a life that we have, but we look at that, and even though it is simple and it is boring, it portrays it in a way where you're like, hey, this is nice, like that actually looks good. And I think it's done so well to the point where it almost is like unrealistic, where it is a fantasy. And I think the best example of this is the scene when they're riding down on the hill with the bicycle because
Oh yeah. That was
they didn't
Yes.
have any meat in the fridge.
yeah.
Because on paper it's like a very simple, like boring scene in one sense. If you were on that basis of, I want a fantasy movie from Studio Ghibli, which is fair. If you go watching fantasy Studio Ghibli movies, I think that's fair to say. But think about it like this way, like the way that it romanticizes that simple life where she's just like, I'm gonna go to the store to get meat. But when you watch it and it's just like she's going on a nice bike ride with a dude she likes in an evening town in Japan, right? The city life, right? With all those lights, and she goes to the meat guy doing chores and stuff like that, and she even gets a little bit extra, right? Paying with her little coins and stuff. In one sense, you're like, that actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. At least that's how I feel when I watch the movie. I'm like, that looks nice. Like I wanna grab a little basket, go on a little walk down to the market and pick up some fresh meat off the counter and talk to this guy that I kind of know because I visit him a lot. To me, that sounds pretty good. It's simple, and it might be a little bit boring to other people, but the way that it's portrayed in the movie, even with Sukiyaki playing in the background, you're like, this is really nice. It's very relaxing, and it's a life that I kind of would want for myself because of how it's portrayed. And I think even like the song Sukiyaki, I'm just going on a tangent here. So I'm basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just talking my mouth off, and hopefully you guys catch on to something that you think is interesting, and we can talk about that. But I think Sukiyaki really adds onto the scene of that simplicity, that youthful romanticization of this kind of simple life that they have, because it's not necessarily about the lyrics of the song. In my opinion, I think you probably could look at the lyrics and make an in-depth thingy about like what the lyrics actually mean to the movie, but just the feeling that it invokes into the scene of them just riding down the hill. It's very calming, it's very relaxing, and it's nostalgic in a way for something that I haven't even done before, right? I'm like, that is so nice. Like I feel like I've experienced that. I want to experience that, and I think what really hammers it home for me is that even though it is a simple life, she just went down, got some meat, is eating a croquette. The last, I guess, I don't know what you would say, like the last portion of that scene is she's walking back with the croquette that the boy got her, Shun, and she's eating it, and she simply just proclaims, "This is nice." And I'm thinking to myself, you're right, that is nice. That looks nice. Like that's something that I would want to do, And it's kind of weird because normally, like, when you watch Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, you're like, man, why can't I talk to spirit creatures? Why can't I have like, or even Ashitaka? Like, it's a little bit like, I guess unrealistic,
Yeah.
but let's all like we've all been there. We're like, man, I wish I was Ashitaka. Like I want a curse on my arm and go journey out to the west and find a cure for this and be like, in reality, right? If someone said you want a curse on your arm, be like, heck no, I'm gonna die, right? But when you dream about it, you're like, man, that is so cool. Imagine if I was a prince and I got this thing on my arm and I had to go find a cure for it and I went on this amazing adventure, right? Reality, no. But when you think about it, you're like, yeah. But I think the thing that I like about Up on Poppy Hill, especially from this scene, is that, like, realistic. Like, yeah. Is it dreamlike? Yeah. Like this is something that is completely realistic that you would want to do with your life. Is just something nice and simple. What do you guys think about that? That's my TED Talk. This is my tangent, actually. My long tangent. I've been holding that in. I don't know if there was a point to it, but I'm hoping you guys will make a point for me.
Yeah.
Is basically
I agree, dude.
Yeah.
one of guys thoughts.
Yeah, I think you really said it all. What do you think, Ty? You think you said it all? Yeah, okay. We can continue to the next. I'm just kidding.
Wait. Oh, wait, just you sit down.
Dude, I've been,
Oh, wait, just,
sorry, Ty.
Nah,
Did you want to go? You go. You go, Ty. You go, Ty. You go, Ty. I believe in you.
okay.
I completely agree. That was really well put. You definitely described the I guess the atmosphere of the film is unique because it tends to pinpoint like the mundane things about life, or at least that life. I mean, I think I think it's funny because we all in unison kind of agreed that the nicest scene about that film was that very nice benign experience of them strolling down the supermarket and having conversations that didn't like highlight them as a protagonist, but they were just people like it was just a shop owner that sold
Yeah,
them
it's just
food
nice,
and
right?
people that it creates a
Yeah,
very
really, yeah.
realistic experience, but yet it's odd because it's kind of a contrast to what we kind of view today. Like today's environment, today's expectations to be. I mean, when you think about city life and all that cred, we tend to like place, I don't know, ourselves in like a miasma of like just danger, despair, and oh, everyone's looking at their phones, everyone's doing this, everyone's doing that, everyone's awful, everything's awful. And I think just these really nice and simple experiences of humans existing within a piece of media that's meant for us to enjoy. It's like, yeah, no, it's just cool to see. I don't know. It's just kind of hilarious that through everything, through all the biggest conflicts, the coolest parts of the films were the mundane parts. The mundane parts of people talking, because like I don't know, the part where he jumped off the roof was funny, but the scenes where they're just talking like normal dudes, and people are just like they're existing. Even the main character, like the guy when he goes in the home, it's silent. He walks down the street by himself. All of this, like I agree with you, man. It just creates this very real and authentic experience. It's good. I had a good time watching it. My top two, Ghibli.
What about Carl? What do you think about my tangent?
I actually 100% agree with it, and I will say, yeah, one of my favorite scenes was definitely the bike ride. I definitely think what adds on to it is like how well it's like lit and animated, where it's like you get so many super sick shots while they run down, like when they run down the hill, and it makes you feel like, because it's like it's like sunset, right? Sunset, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and we all know like when like I'm sorry, I've been watching a lot of things like all these Western pilots and all that for animation, and one of my biggest favorite things about it was like all the sunset scenes, because it's just open vast desert and all that. But here it's the same thing, where it's like this beautiful sunset that is like giving all these shades of like sunlight to each part of the scene, and like it's not like super dark, but it's like dark enough where lights are like really like noticeable and they're really cool. That's definitely like where I think where it's able to bring out like the groundedness of like all of that whole feeling of just something, again, yeah, like you guys said, it's like super mundane and everything.
Melancholy.
It's honestly, yeah, I would say it's melancholy. It's actually also pretty nostalgic, if you really think about it.
Ooh, yeah.
That's the feeling I was also getting.
Ooh, that's the word.
Nostalgic.
Nostalgic.
Yeah, because like, yeah, like you were saying, like, yeah, these days nobody's doing it, but like back in the day, we used to ride our bikes everywhere. We used to like go into these like, there was like still enough like grassy fields these like back in the day where we could actually still have fun. I think yeah, we still have that park in whatever. So, I
No
don't wanna-
positive emotions with Melanie Middle part. Continue.
But yeah, it's like, it's that nostalgic feeling of just, it's so, something is so simple can like is something is so enjoyable that you don't like really take in as a kid, but like when you like see it as an adult, it's like, oh, this is hidden, this is hidden, this is the right feelings. So yeah, I think that's where you guys are coming from when all of that is like happening, especially with that scene. But there's a lot of scenes like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking just now, while we were talking about this, about how people are complaining about its simplicity. But in one sense, they kind of missed like one of the big points of the movie. If you just watched up to that scene, you'd be like, oh, okay, this is just, a very simple movie about a boy meets a girl, right? They fall in love, there's that conflict with the clubhouse, blah, blah, blah. It seems like a normal, I guess, anime stereotypical plot, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that I like about this scene is that it kind of subverts your expectations because you're like, okay, like this is nice. This is in everyday life. There's this girl, she's gonna like that guy, and there's not really anything in their way at the moment. But then, I think we'll initiate. We'll put up spoilers, right? This is obvious. This is a movie review. There's gonna be spoilers. But
Oh, yeah.
the guy turns out to time they think they're brother and sister, and he even says, like in the film, this feels like some cheap melodramatic, like some melodrama or whatever. And so I like the way that it subverts your expectations because you're like, wow, this is just gonna be some kind of like boring but like very happy and like very nice romance film. But then you get into the movie and you're like, okay, wait, what the heck? Because there's actually something deeper going on. And then you find out that they can't actually be together. And all of a sudden your expectations go out the window because you're like, this is supposed to be just some random romantic high school anime. But now there's this subplot, there's this plot about them being brother and sister and not actually being together. So it kind of goes from like a romance anime to like, okay, wait, this sucks. This actually sucks. Like what do you do in that situation? You find out that the person you like is you're actually related to them. That would suck. I mean, how do you even navigate that? Even in the movie, like they still like, I think they handle it pretty well, but like how do you even navigate that? Even within the movie, it's just like, what the heck? Like
Yeah.
and so I see that scene and it really like, you're just like, oh, okay, it's gonna be this. Nope, it's this actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, a good point.
Ty, if you wanna see your thoughts, because I got. Are we talking about the plot twist now?
We're talking about anything you want to talk about.
Okay. If you want to talk about Ty, are you gonna talk about the plot twist
The plot twist.
with the
I-
brother?
What do you
I
want?
have-
That's fine.
I have something small that's not a part of the plot twist, but kind of related.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
So I've been looking at the lyrics of Sukiyaki. I've been listening.
Right.
I've been listening. You're
Oh yeah,
cooking.
that's right.
And it says that it's described as a metaphor for the emerging post-World War II global expansion of Japan onto the world scene. And it seems like the consensus is that the emotions, like that you can elicit from the song itself, is emotions of frustration and acceptance. And I think that perfectly summarizes the entirety of this film's theme, as you guys have been going on. Like, plot twist, there is frustration, there are things to overcome and understand, but at the same time, it's really a movie about moving on and accepting things. I'm like, dude, Sukiyaki. That's a really shallow take, but it's... And the more I think about it, I'm like, what a perfect song. Such a good song.
Yeah, that's a really good. I like that song too. I was gonna say like, I don't know, like. Sorry, something was stuck in me. I got a little frog in my throat. The music that was used might be super American of me, but it reminds me of stuff like Franklin Sinatra and all that stuff, and that's also probably adding to the nostalgia too. I forgot to mention that.
Wait, what song? What song was this?
Like the song that was playing during the
Oh,
hill
the
scene.
Sukiyaki?
Yeah. And that's why it kind of reminded me of that era too, of other like the American version of stuff, and that's what the nostalgic thing. You know, I'll be real. The more times you guys like describe the plot twist, the less negative feelings I have about it. I will say that my piece on the brother sister like plot twist. If I don't know, I was expecting like a normal romantic thing, and I thought I thought the actual plot, whatever, of the old building being torn down, and even just like understanding like the past of your family in that storyline as well of the movie. I thought that was enough, and I don't know. I feel like it was a weird hurdle that they added when they mentioned that they might be brother and sister to me. I don't know, and I might just be basic bitch, but this is that part was like, it felt awkward for me, and it also felt like um it was one of those things where it feels like there's definitely going to be like a just kidding moment with that scene. I could see it from a mile away, and I felt like I was they're just kind of yanking my chain with that plot twist. I felt like I could, yeah, I don't know, I yeah, but I mean, like the way you guys describe it, where it's like it seems like there's this frustration, but also this acceptance. The at least what you're describing, Ty, where there's a little bit more to it. I could definitely see it. I don't know. I'm still. You guys are getting me to your side, but I'm still kind of in my side where I'm like, I don't think it was the right call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think like when I first watched it, I was like, okay, this is like a little weird, but like the more I think about it, I think it works okay with the movie simply because one, it subverts your expectations, like I was saying, which I kind of liked the more I thought about it.
Yeah.
And also like throughout the movie, like one of the themes is like you're being haunted by your past, you're holding on to the past, and also like honoring your past. And so throughout the point, like, oh, honor your past, how can you move forward without honoring those who came from before you, or how can you move forward without like thinking about the things that happened to you, your experiences and all this stuff. You can't just forget that and forget all those people. You're like, yeah, that's right, you're right. And the protagonistic kind of agree with that sentiment, right? You can't just leave the past behind. You can't just like just move to the future, just like completely gung-ho style.
Yeah.
And so the whole time in the movie, they're just like, yeah, the past. But here's now, due to events completely unrelated to them, due to the Korean War, to people signing up in military, due to this, due to that, their lives have been halted now because of something that happened in the past. And so now it's kind of like this weird thing where it's like, obviously like they wouldn't date because that's incest, that's just kind of gross, but like it's kind of like, well, if we did date, right, we would be disrespecting the past because this is the past that we promised to honor, to upheld, to look back to. So how can we just simply ignore it and just continue with this? I think that there's that level of subplot where like not only is it just incest, but also like these are the people that came before us, and we've constantly saying like, hey, we need to respect those that came before us and to learn from them and to know them. And here now we need to know them and learn from them and respect them. And because of this, now we can't be together, is the way that I saw it. Well, after like, you know, watching it, this is like my second or third time watching it.
Yeah. Okay. I could kind of, I see that now as well.
I think that.
And again, like I think like your feeling of it like coming out of the blue, like I think that's fair. But also like partly too, like because of the writing, like it's supposed to be out of the blue. Like Shun even says like this is like some cheap melodrama. Like this is just some random twist. Like why is this happening? Like this is dumb.
Yeah, that's.
I think even within like the actual reality of the show, it's kind of a little fourth wall breaking where they're like, yeah, this is dumb. Why is this happening? Like we just want to be together, but now, why the heck are we brothers? This doesn't make any sense. Because he even like goes to the record halls. He's like, I verified it. Like this is what it says.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but this is what they told me. So.
That's
meta.
I
love it.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe I am warming up to this a little bit more now that you.
Yeah,
don't know.
there you go. You're entitled to your opinion.
I have one.
good.
It's just I have that one hanging idea. Maybe that like it could have been maybe just a bit of a better way to do it. But I mean, I see why the movie does it now. I see why. I don't know.
And it's not like I'm not like saying like objective things like, oh, it's meant to it's meant to come out of the blue.
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah,
not saying you have to like it because of that, but like I think like people should understand kind of like when they say like, oh, the movie is simple and boring, like I don't like it. It's like, well, let's think about like why is the movie simple and boring? Like why is it made this way? Because there must be a reason, right? Why it is so, why is there no aliens or ghosts or spirits or whatever? There must be a reason, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah. I think if you understand, like, and I don't even have like the real reason, right? I'm just like some random guy on the internet. But like I've given you my argument and my reason, and like if you still don't like it, like that's up to you. I just like, as long as people kind of understand what I'm trying to say, I don't really have any qualms with you. I don't have any beef.
To be fair,
no beef, no jelly, no chicken,
to be fair,
no turkey.
really think about it, John. You're probably the only person that's trying to answer this, so you're probably the one that's right at the end of the day. Because for some reason nobody talks about Poppy. I don't know why.
Yeah, there are some videos out there on the internet.
There's some people.
Well, there's one.
There's one.
There is one.
I don't
And
believe
there's
that.
websites and internet,
enough.
but there's
That's
no like
enough.
YouTube presence, I would say, for Up on Poppy Hill.
And that's awful. That's awful. I think it deserves that.
Not yet, man.
Oh yeah, we
Not
got
yet.
us. Yeah. Alrighty.
Plus, I'm planning on making a video, I'd say, eventually.
Ooh,
Hopefully over
this
winter
was-
break, I'm gonna try and make one.
You might have to record your own footage. The footage that I have is pretty trash, actually, because it lagged a lot.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's
This was
I think I'm probably
by
just gonna
his
talk
son.
about, well, spoilers. I'm probably just gonna talk about that scene
okay.
that I really enjoy.
Sheesh.
All right, that's that topic.
Yeah, I guess like just to get like out of like the movie analysis thingy, just because I don't know how much you guys enjoy. I could like talk forever about that kind of stuff, but like,
Yeah.
what did you guys like about the movie? Like favorite character, favorite scene, like, or just like something that you thought about the movie? Like, what do you guys think? Anything.
Honestly, I think the as much as we did like the really chill atmosphere along with the accurate representation of what like active life looks like outside of school, I think the contrast with the abrupt chaos that was the inside of the clubhouse, it just felt so lively.
Oh,
See all
yeah.
these different people, you know. I mean, there was like the occasional thing, like the X chromosome and whatnot. Like I'm like, okay, they're trying a little hard here.
Oh look,
Hey, let me just throw
yeah,
I
that's
tell you my
right.
X chromosome. How are you gonna show me your
so
X
right.
chromosome?
Oh,
But
no, it's a
outside of
Discord.
that, I was like, not the first Discord mod, but yeah. Outside of that, dude, I find the way that Ghibli creates lively character and atmosphere to be so good. It's just good. Like that felt authentically like a bunch of weird high schoolers getting together and spewing their passions in a small cramped area. I was like, I understand this. Even the argument, the scene, what was it? Were they at the conference? Was it the conference? The cafeteria? Where were they at?
the debate or whatever at the school.
Yeah. Just all of that. I don't know. The way they create, they create. What was it called? What word am I trying to find?
Like genuine, realistic.
Yeah, realistic. I'm trying to find the word for human interaction,
Mm.
but in the background.
Oh, human interaction in the background? Socializing?
Yeah, what? Ew. No, maybe. Socialization, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh,
That was my jam. That was the bread and butter right there.
Mm.
okay.
Just the way they interacted with each other.
Yeah, it felt very real.
Yeah.
Not like it's the female of the species. And you're like, oh, okay.
There are girls in here. They all like kind of backed up
There are
against the wall.
girls.
Watch out. That's all for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I actually loved about this movie. Actually, a lot of the flags, for instance. I think that was one of the this is one of my favorite details about the movie altogether. It's just like she's constantly putting up the flags for her father and turns out somebody actually understands it as well, and it's the guy that she like. Here's the thing. I think that's another thing of why I really like. I think there's enough there that actually made it interesting and unique as a like a romantic like relationship or interaction, or at least there's a lot there where I liked it a lot. And one of the things is the flag, because the guy is the only one that actually recognizes or understands that, and she doesn't know that, but she's still trying to figure that out. And like, I think, I don't know, I don't think they had to make a mystery out of it, but if they instead took the sibling aspect and put in the flag aspect as like this mystery of who it is, or who's like responding and everything, I think I would have loved that a lot. But yeah, I definitely think like the romantic relationship between the girl and the guy, I'm sorry, I don't remember their name. What is their name?
Umi?
Umi.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so close.
Umi, and then I don't think I remember the guy's name.
She's a plum.
I thought she was.
The plum. That's funny. But yeah, I don't know. I really like they're very cute and like I don't know, very innocent and fun relationship.
I still agree with you a lot. That's
Yeah.
what made it special for me too. Because
Yeah.
it wasn't one of the complaints that you see a lot. It's like, why didn't the romance go far? Why didn't they go far with how into each other they are? Why wasn't the romance stronger? But it was just two people who felt strongly about each other, and they were constantly trying to come to terms with what their past was. And it's like, wow, it was fantastic the way it ended.
Yeah.
Didn't need anything more.
I like the parts where like they're both like doing their parts to like actually like help out the house in one of the building, the old building, like doing the prints and all that. I like that where they're both experts or at least like very interested in like the pressing and whatnot. I definitely like that. They kept like trying to put connections to the movie kept putting like connections to each other and whatnot, and it was very, very cute. I think I love this romance, honestly. It's probably one of my favorites, actually.
Wait, what do you guys think about the ending? Because a lot of people are like, what the heck? And it kind of ends on like a what the heck thing, because you're just like, what?
Yeah.
What did it end again? Like they were on a boat. Like, and then he talked to.
Yeah,
he told
yeah,
them,
and then
your
they told
father
him.
was awesome. Da da da.
Yeah.
I
Do you
thought it
want-
was great. No, you go first. You go.
Do you want me to go first? You just. I'm about to freaking like flip the table right now. I think I think with taking it in your guys' information and whatnot, there's actually a very good reason why the ending should exist, actually, the way it was.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't, it might have been really subtle or just non-existent at all, but there was that subtle feeling in the back of my head that the plot twist was about to be plot twisted again, and it was this like sort of like seek of truth. Is like, is it actually going to like flip itself again? Is it about to take back what it just said? Like we're waiting for that truth and that information, that affirmation of like, is it true? And that's the tension, really. And then like there's also this time limit of like, oh, if you don't, you got to go right now, and then like to figure it out all together. I think even then, I think the characters too were like thinking like, we got to know this information. Not also to like, because they went on in the past and they want to know what's about their father, especially the guy. But also I think in the back of their heads, they're also like, we have to know for sure. We gotta pinpoint it to make sure that we are not related. But I don't know. It's like that. It's like that meta narrative thing where I feel like it was the story was definitely sort of, I don't know, giving like that extra little bit of tension. Now that I think about it, where it's not just trying to throw away that little like a little idea and like of them being like brother and sister, you know. They're actually trying to like or is it with it, if you know what I mean. I think I'm getting my point across. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me a bum. Now you go.
that ending, I kind of like. At first, I didn't like it, and I still kind of like. I guess just like the emotional side of me is like I want to know more. Like I want to see what happens, you know.
Yeah.
But when I was watching it the second time, I was like, okay, I think the ending kind of works for what it was because like a lot of people are like, you know, like I want to see what happens like to the relationship, like what happens afterwards, what happens to the clubhouse and stuff like that. But then it also kind of goes back to the concept where it's like, it's not about like the future and like that perceived future, right? Not all that glistens or not all that glitters is gold, right? It's not like
Yeah.
about like I want to see them get together. They're gonna get married. He's gonna get jobs. She's gonna become a doctor. They're gonna have kids. She's gonna be a grandma and stuff like that. The movie wasn't about achieving like that dream, I guess, but the movie was about presently that they were moving forward with their lives because you have Umi, who's stuck in the past. She's haunted by her father leaving, right? She raises those flags every day, and she can't move forward. And then finally she meets Shun, right? And she's finally started, okay, wait, I'm starting to see the light a little bit. Maybe I can get on my past and kind of do something for myself to move towards my future. Presently, right now. But then, again, the past freaking snags her again, right? No, that's your brother, you can't do that now. And again, she gets stuck, right? And finally, right, after every time she gets stuck over and over again, towards the end of the movie, right, she gets confirmation that, hey, that's not your brother from her mom, because like, she's like, yeah, no, your dad just like, I don't know where that baby came from, honestly. He probably just found it on the street. And then she talks to the ship captain, and the ship captain's like, yeah, not only is that like, that's not his, like, your father and his father are two different people. But I can tell you right now that they were both really great men. They were my best friends, and I know that they would be proud of both of you. I think that brings a nice closure to the movie where it's like, you're kind of free from this past because he's like, listen, like your fathers would be happy with you, or specifically more so for Umi, where it's like your father would be happy with you moving on, with you kind of living in the present and moving towards your future right now because he loves you and he's presently you're. My thoughts are getting jumbled up.
Dude, it's okay.
But basically, I think at the end it's just like they can finally live in the present because there's no more ties from the past haunting them, but a past that they can truly look back and say, this is something that I truly respect and honor because it's not something that's haunting me anymore. It's not something that's keeping me from my dreams anymore. This is something that I love, and it's not that she didn't love her father before, but it was kind of something that she was hung up on, and now because of this confirmation and just the final words from that best friend of the father, she's finally able to actually move on. And so at the end, I think you actually do see the climax of the story because she's finally able to move on with her life. It wasn't necessarily about her finding love. I think love was probably a subplot to the whole thing, kind of.
Yeah.
But she's finally able to move on. It doesn't necessarily show the romance or like even like kind of like, you know, show them kiss because they don't even kiss.
Yeah, I just know
But,
that.
like, she moved on, and that's kind of the end of the movie because that's kind of what we were waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet closure.
Okay, just Ty, what do you think?
Yeah, because some people are like, no, that's not closure. But I say, yeah, it kind of was closure.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree.
I
Yeah.
think it was closure too.
I definitely think we were hanging on the idea of like who these men were and stuff like that because they kept hinting at them constantly, and I think even just getting that final information of who Shun, right? Shun's dad was to begin with. I think that's already satisfying to begin with, and finally getting that information of who they were, and you know, just like on the character's part, yeah, just hearing that they're great men is like
Finally.
that's something we like that they needed to finally be able to, like you said, carry on with their lives. Yeah.
That must be something. I can't like say that I've been in that situation before, But wouldn't that be something? It's like it's one thing for like me to say, oh, you know, my dad is great. I love my dad. He's so hardworking, blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
But it's another thing to have somebody else who's like, I knew your dad. I grew up with him. We're in the war together, and I just want to say, your dad was an excellent man. He was amazing. I think that to me, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like that would be something that I'd want to hear, especially in a time like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially at a time like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. You want the, if anything, you want the war to be worth it. I think everybody did, and to find like for them to finally have something out of it. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I was convincing that guy.
All right, Ty. I'm sorry. You get to talk now. Here's the conch. Take it.
Nah, don't even. Honestly, what I had to say was kind of just like a fraction of what John said. Like, I think the ending was nice. It was simple. It was closure. I think there wasn't too much that the story was trying to bring out that was dramatic. And no, I'm not dramatic in the sense of drastic. That's what I mean. Like, the relationship was just them desiring each other. They were going through the motion of life, fighting, things in their past. So I think the ending, as simple as it was a giant explosion of emotion, followed by drastic action. It was just two people hearing what they needed to hear, and they're just what happens next is completely up to them because they've been taking it just like that for the entire movie. They're just kids.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think the one thing that really did stick with me, and it's not from the movie, it's from what you said earlier. You were implying that there's potentially that there would be another twist. And in all honesty, I would be so pissed off. I would actually, for the first time
Yeah.
in a movie, I would be pissed off if he was like, Umi, and I forgot the other Umi
Yeah.
and blank is like,
Yeah.
your father. I'd be like,
Yeah. Because I don't know. It was a stupid thing.
I didn't even fathom the option. So if that was a possibility, I'd be so angry.
Yeah.
That's all. God, I don't even want to think about it. It's like, why?
Dude, I was.
He's not your brother. You're his sister.
It's the same thing. I think in general
Screw
too,
you.
like, I don't know. I feel like it's probably just something because of like how it is these days. But just to have like a simple story about like a simple like slice of life in the eyes of like a couple of like teenager kids living their best life. I think that's something to enjoy and to expect to like have this bombastic like where are they now sort of thing. It's just you don't need that. That's like predictable filler that you could always just imagine anyways.
I don't need
That's
it.
kind of like
I
the
don't
Silent
need it.
Boys.
What's
Like they I think the original manga of the Silent Boys. Oh, spoiler. But it ended with a very well, if you don't know, I won't say it. But it ended with a very beautiful, colorful, explosive picture that foreshadows their future. But in reality, the film just ended with the person being in the present, and people like that a lot. They're like, I didn't need
There
it
you go.
anymore.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the image of the person I wanted to see, and this is the image of the person I deserve to see. It can be done well.
Yeah.
This was directed by his son, right? Miyazaki's son.
Yeah, Miyazaki-san. That's what John
Who's
said.
Who's his son? I want to find out.
I don't know.
Goro.
I see.
No way. His name is Goro.
Goro.
No way.
Miyazaki.
That's such a cool name.
Has he directed anything else? Or is this his first thing?
Fields of Earth, yeah.
Was that received well?
No.
Oh man. So it's just like a curse. If you're not the former
Tales of the
Miyazaki, you're
Earthsea.
not worth anything.
Oh, that's the worst reviewed one ever.
Yeah.
Earwig and the Witch? No way. The one 3D one that plummeted.
Oh no. Okay, so
This
that's.
guy.
I want to know more about this director. I was like curious. Like, was he actually? Yeah, well, you guys said. Who'd you guys said that was a bad father? Was it Miyazaki or his son?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Miyazaki was a bad father.
Miyazaki.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I have a better. We have a better.
I'm
We
sure
have-
Miyazaki looked through all the posts, like the negative posts on the movie. It was like bland, simplistic. He's like, There's like one where it's like maybe the simplicity was more talent. He's like,
There's
Not enough
actually
magic.
like a very sad backstory. Apparently, Goro Miyazaki wanted to become an animator, but there's too much pressure on him that he actually didn't. Like in the early days, like he really wanted to become an animator and follow in his dad's footsteps, but it was just like to live up to that isn't possible. So he became a landscaper instead.
Dude, that
So sad.
sucks.
hopefully he's happy though. But freak.
I don't know if he's happy.
I don't know if I
I
want to
don't know.
pursue
I
an
don't-
art.
whenever I see him in documentaries and stuff, he looks so miserable.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
this picture of him, he has black rings around his eyes. Poor guy. I mean, but that's
Apparently,
no
like a
one
lot of people just called him
ever-
Miyazaki's son.
Oh, gosh, that sucks.
I just found out his name now, so I can't
Guys,
say
guys,
anything.
guys. If I ever, if everything ever pops off with me, make sure I become. I don't really like
found
the.
those
I don't
songs.
like the idea of becoming famous in general. Actually, I hate the idea.
Are you kidding me? I do. I want to become famous.
I like the
I want
accessing.
to be semi-famous for like 3 years, and I want to pop up in the algorithm for maybe like 1 or 2, and then I want to say something and get cancelled, and then slowly die off. Then make a slow,
so
make a
good.
like little comeback, but then like some other allegations come out, and then I completely disappear.
Just get
That's
blacklisted
kind of like
from
my
all-
dream career.
from all
We're talking
business
about maybe
ventures.
like 5, like 7, 10 years or something like that.
Jeez. I just.
Do you really want people to recognize you in public though? Like we walk down
I
the
don't know
street.
if I would. I would.
Where I live, people recognize me anyway.
Yeah, 'cause it's a small town.
I see.
It's a small town, anyways. I personally hate the idea of being like famous because I don't care if I am personally like stalked in anything. I care if anybody else in my life is stalked or anything like that.
No, but that's the funny part. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
No, I don't like the idea of becoming famous. I don't want to become like a personality like that. If I could just be successful in the background but still do an art, which sounds like an impossibility, sadly, then I could,
Yeah, pretty dope.
I'd be satisfying. And it would be pretty freaking dope too. Yeah, it would be really dope if I can be a
man.
if I could be a head creative without being like a face to whatever I'm creating. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, just keep just like Photoshop. So every time you're in an interview, the blank paper mushroom logo is floating.
Oh
perfectly.
no, that's gonna make it
No,
even worse.
just
Everybody's gonna
become
want to
Marshmallow.
stalk me. No,
No,
that's
become
exactly,
Marshmallow.
dude. That's exactly the opposite. It's gonna create the opposite effect because everybody now wants to know who the frick's under that mask. That's
Yeah, but they'll never find out.
yeah, whatever. Sure.
I think we've been going on for a while now. Huh? I know we've been going on for an hour at least.
We've been going on for an hour and almost a half.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
Okay.
chill though. I
No,
dig
I like
Any
it.
other closing thoughts about the movie?
it. More.
More.
I love Ghibli.
More up
I'm
from
learning
Poppy.
that now,
I
dude.
definitely think we
Yeah,
should watch more
permit.
Ghibli.
I think one thing that we didn't get to talk about, which we should have, was like the whole like I guess it's not really a subplot because it is the plot of the movie. Like how the past is important to the future and the future to the past and how that affects the present.
Ooh.
yeah.
But you know what?
No,
You know,
it-
leave
you
a comment.
covered that,
It's also
actually.
you think about that. We're not gonna figure that out for you. We can't do everything.
You know what? Hey, audience. Why don't you leave your thoughts in the comment section below about what you think about that? How about that?
Yeah, I'm not like some kind of detective, dude.
And
Like, what do I
dislike
look
if you disagree with anything.
Also leave that. in
No,
the
don't listen to him.
comments.
Not by me, I'm just crazy.
If you hate our guts, please leave that with you and put it on 4chan, please. Or Reddit.
Oh
I
my
don't think anybody's
gosh.
on 4chan
Do
anymore.
not get listed on 4chan.
I don't. I think Reddit's the new 4chan.
Wait, is that why she wears pigtails?
What?
What?
No, Umi, because she wears pigtails, but that's something that kids wear.
Ah.
Oh, she's stuck in the past.
She's stuck in
She's stuck in the
pants.
I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
What? Yeah. Is that wrong? Correct? I don't know. You tell us.
We figure it
But
out in
I think now's a good time to.
well, I was gonna
maybe?
say figure it out in John's new video essay once it comes out.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. I got some stuff. Let's just say I'll have some stuff cooking over winter break. Just depends if I actually will work on it. Maybe there won't be nothing released at all. I have ideas. Just ideas. I have ideas. I don't know if I'm actually gonna go through with them.
I will.
I have a Google Doc, you know. I have a Google Doc.
I will move the Halloween
Oh,
special to
yeah.
April if you want to.
that I have my ideas on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're like an indie game creator, you know? You may
Exactly.
pump something out, you may not. I'll still be around.
I'll be support. I'll be right here.
We'll give you money even if you take it and you burn it, man.
I will give
Yeah,
you money.
Yeah, I'll just take it and keep it in a bank account for a couple years and store it up, and then not actually give it out to anybody. Oh wait.
No wait.
Oh wait. Uh oh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, you did not, girl.
Oh my gosh. Am I referencing the recent controversy that just happened? No way. That's
What?
crazy.
Oh, are you talking about Gerard?
No.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Wait, we better not say anything. Oh, canceled too late.
Ah,
I just got it on
fuck.
Twitter.
Ah, dang it.
Any make you fall in love mentions Gerard and Bad Light. Canceled.
Oh,
Dang it,
Gerard.
dude.
Hashtag
Right.
Team Greg.
This is too soon, bro. This is too soon in my career. Are you kidding
no.
me?
Oh, dang. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Anyways,
No idea what that is.
yeah, we'll talk about it later. But yeah, like, any closing thoughts, guys?
I think we can end it here, huh? We can end it.
Yeah. All right, close them out, John. Close them out.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to our podcast. This is going to be daily, three videos every day.
Oh hell no.
No, but thank you for real. Thank you for tuning in and listening to us. Thank you to Ty and Kyle for joining us today and talking and listening to my incoherent rambles. I hope that somewhere in there was like a coherent thought. But this is your host and co-host, John, Ty, and Kyle, signing off for the evening.
Alright.
Good night.
Nighty.
Good night. Now, what did they say? Good night. New York? What did they say? What's the city?
I was gonna say good night, tri-state area. Is that right?
Good night,
Night.
Seattle.
Good night, Seattle. I love Wisconsin.
Just Seattle.
What is it?
Just tell me
No,
Seattle
it's like-
tonight.
I think it's from an alien movie.
Ah.
Anyway.
Anyway.